Welcome back. Well, it was a successful start for the NSL, which just kicked off its inaugural season. The Halifax Tides now just days away from their first ever home opener as they begin play in the Northern Super League. Diana Matheson is founder and chief growth officer of Canada's first women's professional soccer league. She is in Toronto. Diana Matheson, big crowds in Vancouver, Toronto, quality play. You must be feeling pretty good about what you've seen on the pitch so far.
Yeah, it's been a good first week at the NSL. We've been working on this 2.5 years, and I've said a few times in all the toughest times, it was all the opening games I would picture, and I can tell you the players, the fans, the broadcast, the atmosphere, I couldn't have dreamed of anything better. It's been fantastic so far, and I can't wait to bring it to Halifax.
I know it's early days, but what have you heard from your franchises and from the fans in those cities who got out and saw those first couple games?
Yeah, from the players, we've been hearing from the beginning, they're so impressed with the professional standards from day one of a brand new women's professional soccer league. We're a league that has to compete against women's professional leagues all over the world. We have to attract talent in. So we've got a player group that is full of seasoned professionals. They've seen different environments, and they're so impressed with what Canada has put together from scratch, essentially. And the fans are bringing it too. The fans are bringing it. 14,000 the first few games. I think a sellout at Wanderers grounds. I think the Atlantic Canada fans are going to bring it to the next level.
You mentioned it. Top players have come home from other leagues around the world to play in the NSL. What does that tell you?
Yeah, it means so much. I think it's a lot to take in, this league we've built, and the fact that we've done it. And now it's just the beginning. But one of the things I'm most proud of is just the people we've attracted to this project that are running the clubs, that are working for the leagues, coaches and players and other talent that work in women's sport that have, uprooted their lives. They've moved to a new city. They've left existing jobs with leagues and clubs to take a risk on a brand new league with a, maybe they didn't even know that much about. They signed for teams that maybe didn't have coaches yet, or they didn't know who their teammates were going to be. But they understood that we're doing something big here in Canada. We're building a league, by former players, for players. And from day one, even though it's brand new, we're going to be a top 5 women's professional soccer league in the world. And that's just a start. And then we got to get in the top 3.
You were such an integral part of our national teams, the Olympic teams. You played pro in Norway. You were pro in the States. So you're watching these games. I have to think you must have been wondering, boy, it would be pretty nice to be down there at field level.
Yeah, you know what? The lacing up the boots and putting on a hometown jersey would have been something special. I mean, I actually had a former teammate, Melanie Booth, who also grew up in Burlington out here near me, played for the national team. She wore a hoodie that said, born too soon to play in this women's professional soccer league. But then she had her daughter who had a hoodie as well, too, that just said future NSL player. So it wasn't meant to be for us, but we've got it ready for the next gen. And I'm in the very fortunate shoes where I still get to go to the stadiums on game day and get in there a bit early and walk on the grass. So I'm still getting a bit of that buzz on game day.
I like your title, Chief Growth Officer. Clearly, you've got your eyes on even bigger things for the league. What are they?
Yeah, absolutely. The 6 teams is a start, so we'll be adding 2 teams in the future. We're looking at the 2027 season right now. We're looking at opportunities to grow this league and our international partnerships. That's the beauty of soccer. It's a global game. So we're going to build our relationship with the U.S. League, the NWSL, and the Mexican Women's League as well, Liga MX Femenil. We're so aligned on building the women's game in our region, which is something we're really looking forward to. Infrastructure is going to be a huge part of my job going forward as well. We have a massive gap in Canada when it comes to soccer-specific infrastructure. We looked at comparable countries around the world to Canada, Denmark, Sweden, Australia. All these countries have a mid-sized soccer stadium, so kind of 8 to 18,000 for every 500,000 people. And in Canada, we have one of these stadiums for every 8 million people. So there's simply not enough places to play. So anywhere we can go in existing markets, I know it's an ongoing conversation in Halifax to get that permanent stadium over the line. That's conversations we're going to be having in other markets as well. And for our expansion markets too, we're going to go to the cities that are going to help us build.
You were saying you'd like the NSL to move into top 3 of the women's game in the world. Why is that necessary to help the expansion of the game in Canada for young women?
Yeah, I think top 3, That's just, I think, a bit of women's soccer culture, women's soccer history in Canada, is that we are hungry to be the world's best. We want to get on that podium. And we have the building blocks to do so in Canada. We have one of the largest player pools in the world. So now that we have these professional pathways coast to coast, and we'll add more, so we have more professional pathways in more cities across this country to develop more players for our national team. So we can not just win Olympic medals, we can win World Cups as well. And there's just so many incredible building blocks here to do so. In addition to those players, sponsors are getting behind this product at world leading levels. And our fan base too. We have a culture that supports girls and women in sport, that watches them on TV. And our fan base here, in a lot of cases has been following the women's national team since 2012. So we've got fans, and we have fans that have kids. And that's really ahead of a lot of the world. Even a lot of those countries that have been playing soccer a lot longer than us, they're still maybe coming around a bit to women's soccer. And we've got an advantage there. And you've seen it so far. You've seen the scenes in Vancouver and Toronto. And I'm telling you, like, getting in the stadium there in Halifax and seeing that crowd. The women's national team still talks about coming to town there on Halloween in 2023. They still bring it up, and I can't wait for opening day of the NSL.
Diana Matheson, this could have been a half-hour conversation. There's a lot to talk about with the league and with the sport in general. We certainly thank you, and congratulations on the work so far.
Thanks so much. And check it out. I know they added a few tickets for this game, so check it out. There might still be a few left, and I'll see you all there. If you can't make it to stadium, watch on TSN or CBC Gem.
We'll look forward to that. And the Halifax Tides begin their hunt for the NSL title Saturday night at the Wanderers ground in Halifax. As you mentioned, you will be there, and we look forward to having you on the East Coast. We'll take a break. We'll be back with much more after this.